Cindra game. That's a bit of Cindra game. I should have brought Sync Belows in on the last one I played, which is probably going to be uploaded straight before this one, if I get my timings right. It was a mistake not to have those. Got 2 healing potions for them, and I'll just run 61 because I'm not faffing around with the rest of the numbers. In fact, I can take a ramp now. That's good. We can work with that. How's this for a hand? And play the tree. Or something. That's not too bad. Which do we keep? It's objectively better, I guess. It's going to be a very rubbish tree. Two daggers, which means we're waiting for the third chain to stop the mask, because we're playing mask games and I have to actually think in this game. So this here is where we start dealing with the flick knives. This hand is not great either. Like, I don't know what's going to set. I'm going to use the Seng, throw the Sigil, and see if we find something better. Yeah, that's actually okay. That gives me something to work with, at least. It's not great, but it's something. Got like a decent graveyard built up there. Shelter and a mental block in hand. These are all good things. I'm not really drawing any gas, is the only thing here. Need stuff to do. Basically nothing to do. We'll be blocking out pretty hard. We're going to play the mental block before this swings. Basically, so they can't force flick through. I do wish mental block's counter would appear in your effects. That would be very helpful for me. Out of good blocks and have to start using shelters badly. We don't have much of a choice. What's under that? Took nothing, but they're going to build an arsenal, which is a shame. Taking nothing from a Cindra, I feel, is relatively impressive, though. Dead card, that's sad. There's not many in here. But yeah, we can't arsenal a scour. Sad. Do you have a root bound into a felling, though? 5 cards in bin, so that's definitely playable because there'll be 6, 7. I don't think I can stop them getting a momentum card this turn. They misplay this. We will be playing like we're gonna, but I don't think we can. That, I believe, is a mistake on their part, because they now don't have flip knives for the turn, which means this command and conquer actually has a good chance of interrupting their chain. So we can afford to let this one through, because we can't block everything, they've got 3 cards left. The idea here is basically to let them get to 2 steps, hopefully, and then, you know, we'll deal with it from there. Yeah, that's the one I meant to block. Well, I fucked up. I was just sat there thinking, do I need to block this one? I was like, no, it's the next one, right? That's just a Talishar can really fuck you up sometimes because you're looking at like chain links and things and going, oh no, it's fine. So they're just going to get a load of free damage here that I could have prevented, which is annoying, but it's what it is. This is just entirely a UIing error, and I can't be asked to try and undo it and go, oh, I meant to stop you having a card, because big advantage of real life games is like there must be about a dozen mistakes a week I make on Talishar just because I can't read the UI effectively. That is no shade on like the Talishar devs, by the way. Like they do so much good work, but like I find it really hard to keep track of Mask of Momentum on this, for example, because that block chain is not blocked, which I think is probably what I messed up on. And then that 2 on Mask of Momentum, I can never remember if it's 2 left or that they've hit 2 times. Like they've been as clear as they can. I still don't understand. Probably dealt myself like an extra 4 damage there that I did not need to take, which it's going to matter a ton in this game. Like it's got potential to cost me the game very much. Wasn't too bad all in all. Instead, I would like them to have not had the extra card. That stops the reacts return, which is, it's 50-50 as to whether or not it does anything. I get to hit a felling. Fellings are how you win the game. Two root bounds. I'm not going to stop mass this turn, I suspect. Maybe we can. Quite giving them that. I think I'm okay now. It's somewhat nice in that I'm getting to get rid of all these before the Imperial Seal screws me. There's a vague thing where I'm thinking, do I hold that? That's, it can go in my arsenal next turn and I just take 2 damage. It wouldn't be too bad at all. But what I also want to do is it's refilling my yard really nicely, so I've now got another decompose. This plough is going to work well off that decompose because it's going to deny them a card. As you can see here, this now also lets me keep the felling in the yard, and I really want to keep the felling for if I get to plume them in a turn or two. So we've got them down to 3 cards, and keeping them on like less than 5 is a huge deal. So we have another panel window. We have 2 good blocks. Decomposed 3 at this point. Very hard to tell what they're going to actually come at me with. We'll give them an ether tide first because we definitely don't need to keep it. Trying to keep the bark skin for more high pressure turns. Doing bad at squeezing damage in. Well, that's upsetting. They got everything they wanted. Blocking that is not the way because I'd rather plough them. They'll get the momentum card. They'll lose the momentum card. What they basically get is 4 damage that I didn't want them to have. You know, I wanted that 4 damage card to go into Arsenal and get ploughed. As it stands, something else will get ploughed, but you know, it's the principle. Really like to see is a mental block for fending off the flick knives very easily for a turn and building some arsenal space. Rare you see Cindra's block very much. This is perfect, I think. So as long as I block out that mind warp, we're happy. I probably would have mental blocked this, but I accidentally went past the window. which again is the kind of the propeller shell problem of like it's kind of me catching buttons more than anything. Right, we can do it now though. There's more than one place to slot this in a turn, and I'm not sure which is better, but fine. This is going to work out great for me, to be honest. This is good. This is very good. There's always that slight worry that they don't attack, and it actually kind of messes me up slightly. But most people don't go and check this stuff because like, oh, he's got a graveyard. Good turn still. So all I need to do now is not choke on this ponder. Come on, ponder stuff. Yeah, I'll do. That's not at all bad. Beautiful. That's the problem with Imperial Seal. How about this one? Three cards. Loading the chain up. That seems weird. We just got a terrible hand. A lot. I'm not going to have an arsenal. This is what I don't get. This mask is still on too, right? And I have definitely. Oh, did I not block the last one out because they did a? I get so confused. I don't think this is drawing them a card. Could be wrong. We'll find out. I think this is UI error. If they get a card, I'm going to be annoyed. Yeah, this is why I get confused on mask. It's quite a lot of damage. I can block like 12 this turn with that hand and keep the burn bear, and that's pretty good. Or I can just try to throw the burn bear straight to their face. Visions. Got to find a way to kill them is the thing. We go to 6. Block this at their head, because that puts them down to 7. 7 is close to a kill. I'm going to take this. If I can preserve these, I'm in a really good position, I think. Don't know that I can preserve them, but we'll see. think we have to block here. If we take that, we go to 1 and they'll get the daggers back and potentially double swing them, and then I'm in a terrible position, basically. Maybe I could have fed them the back skim. A very hard one. I don't really dare use the plume. Don't need the autumn, so we're going to just do them 1. It's not great, but it's something. Basically, just need a rampant and a couple of blues off the top, and I'm okay. Not today. Hmm. Do this straight up. All I'm trying to do is make it through this turn alive. The big problem is they have 2 more cards still. I think we're redraw, so it's getting excited there. But yeah, just a free 1 point of damage. Possibly one of the strongest cards in the game. Genuinely, if you think about it, 1 damage, 0 cards, guaranteed, is actually pretty amazing, to be honest. I believe that is exactly lethal on their part. It's a shame I didn't find anything to finish the game off. First one. As I say, I think me messing up that Mask of Momentum really on was exactly the problem. Like, I almost certainly would have had a kill otherwise. Yeah, the problem with erroring the game. It's a good game. There you go. Have a good game. Yeah, like I think that was lost due to that Talishar erroring thing. And as I say, like, it's too much effort to go, can I undo all this because of me pressing spacebar at the wrong time, or me not being able to read UI elements and stuff. It just is what it is. But yeah, fun game, still a close game. I had a couple of really shit turns in there as well. Was it turn 3 where I had nothing in hand? Yeah, that was a problem. Basically, I needed to have pressure so that they couldn't 5-card hand me, and didn't have that. And they got to throw a 19 at me in that turn. You can feel it. Yeah, another decent game. I'll see you in the next one.